The Bible told you never to answer.
Yeah.
To swear.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
So why people are swearing and going to court swearing, it's like frig. That,
Yeah.
no, they have to stop being adversarial. Like even the Bible, there's a lot of bullshit there, but the moral to the story is that the truth shall set you free. And people have to stop answering questions because as king, you ask the question.
Yeah.
And you have to be like Jesus.
Yeah.
They persecuted Jesus, and you have to redeem yourself and resurrect yourself from the dead and say, I'm sorry, but I'm not on your vessel known as your citizenship.
Yeah.
And only when you step off the citizenship in the seas of commerce, then do you set foot on the solid ground where you fall under natural law, the laws of the jungle. Right?
I don't know yeah.
And the worst part is you have too many people, they're running around going, like it starts like this, like everybody goes to school for a lesson. Yeah. Then they put you in a spell. So you're there to get less on. They put you in a spell. And then to confuse matters more, they give you a ghost spell, a gospel.
A ghost spell.
Right? So now they've got you spelling. You're all confused. And look at the words, con and fused. Fused by con.
Yeah.
And people just have to say, listen, you guys take all your whatever, and I'm not on your citizenship. Look at the word worship, right?
Yep.
W-O-R. Well, that spells war to me. Do I want to be on a warship? No. And the Bible says that the dead shall arise, and what their meaning is once they give up their dead entities, known as the citizenship, that's when they come back to life, and that's called the redemption.
Yeah.
And it's just that simple. So all these people who are running around going, oh well, I'm not a citizen and I'm not a slave, but yet they have they have contracts with the government. Well, sorry, but of course the government's going to make that assumption.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like like for example, Dean Clifford in one of his videos, he says, oh well, like if you're not necessarily going to work, well, tell them that you weren't operating under commercial capacity. But if you weren't operating under a commercial capacity, why are you driving around a car with license plates?
That's right. Yeah, to be non-adversarial, but now you're being adversarial to your own, what you're just saying. Yeah.
And then to top it off, when a cop has done work, you see him still driving around in a cruiser? No, he returns that cruiser.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that just blows that scam to hell in a handbasket in a second.
Oh, totally. That's why I haven't done anything along those lines, because I'm still not sure of exactly that process that I would love to, sit and talk with you further about. But I don't know if you're aware of what I've done for the last 6 months. When they asked me to sign the application for the driver's license, I said, absolutely, I'll sign. And they passed it over and I signed without prejudice. I didn't sign without prejudice by all rights reserved. I just wrote without prejudice. First name without, last name prejudice. I don't ever want to sign my name again.
Well, I'm kind of funny that way, because now if I'm going to sign things, I'm signing them with prejudice.
Yes, I understand why you would sign with prejudice. I'm thinking I would sign with or without, but only with when I would actually want it to be actionable and I'm good with it. And in which case, I don't even need to sign my name. I just, with prejudice, is saying that I'm good with it.
And you know what I would do too? I mean, being that, like, if you're still on the ship signing away for licenses, license, right?
Yeah.
CNTS.
Yeah.
What I would do is I would put per, then your colon, and I would sign my name in brackets, meaning that name is dead, but it's per for that name, but it's not of that name.
Mm.
See what I'm saying?
Could I not then just print the name and put that in brackets and then sign without prejudice as the signature? What I'm saying is the mark itself, like the X, even if they said, here, put your X here.
Yeah.
I want to put without prejudice or WP, or my intention behind the writ that I'm putting right there at that moment is to accept it, but for it to not prejudice me.
Well, see, when you say without prejudice, you're actually saying that you're not having any prejudice with these people.
That's right. That's right. I'm not going to have prejudice with them. Thereby, I'm not going to be even holding them to upholding their part of the service agreement.
That's right. And here's a big thing for like anybody listening. Anybody cares. I don't know if they do or whatever.
I am recording right now, by the way. I might post this. I don't know.
Oh, go ahead, man.
I know you're pretty open like that. That's why I'm recording, and I'm the same way.
Yeah, like a big thing. Like what I did, and it saved me tons and tons of trouble. Was I trademarked my name.
Yeah, that's another
So
thing. That's yeah, because you've like incorporated your name itself as a registered business, right?
no,
No.
I common law autograph trademarked my name. Has nothing to do with business. So anybody like I had a couple of people like where I had leaned out some friends, and I get these notices. Oh, we're gonna sue you, and through the civil law act, and yeah, whatever. It's an act. I wipe my ass with that kind of shit.
You
You know,
get, but
that's
this give,
bullshit.
yeah, this gives you
But
recourse though.
but they came after me. Oh, we'll sue you, and you better have some commercial security agreements. And okay, you want a commercial security agreement? How's this for starters? Don't you use my name?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to bill you. I'm going to bill you $500
Every time you do.
That's right. And you know how fast those people? I never heard from these people. Man, I've had so many lawsuits thrown at me. I had two where they were going to sue me. The minute they caught me who I was and what I was about, I never heard from them again. Then, like even the last time I was in court, the judge didn't dare use my name.
Yeah.
You know, he was about to say, well, and then he was like, well, you know, and even the cop, the cop, his last attorneys, they were trying to sue me after the fact, which was a year and a half later after my original claim got bumped into the federal jurisdiction.
Mm-hmm.
So I let that drop. And then when I went to court, I looked at the judge and he says, do you know what laws I follow? And I says, yeah, the Alberta Rules of Court, sir. And I says, how does that work? Because right now you're in contempt of them. And he kind of put his head down, and I says, furthermore, sir, there was a drop-dead rule when I filed this in 2010. I says, here we are going into 2012, and I says, you have these vexatious, frivolous lawyers trying to come after me, and that's when I looked at his lawyers, and I said, are you aware that my name is trademarked? She shut up right